Are you on YouTube and Twitch or just Twitch? Okay, because my Twitch on TV is not working. They're either doing something with Xbox or
Oh, okay. See, whoop, I can't. What was I gonna say? Well, yeah, there's mine. The my TVs don't have a native app because they're Roku, and that's Amazon or well, not Amazon. That's like a competing thing. So,
yeah.
um, let's see. What are we? I forgot. What are we?
I think we've got to rake what we mowed
Okay,
last
that's
time.
right. Okay. Whoop. Well,
Oh,
okay. I'll just take this one.
and I think I brought the rakes down.
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, I did.
I'm right here. That's right.
That's what I was trying to do. I couldn't remember where we were, but from what I can see,
Yeah, no, we do need to rake. That's
yeah, we need to get this stuff picked up. There you are.
that's right. Yeah, there we go.
Um,
Kevin Jones. Yeah, yeah. Hey, thanks for joining in. It's been a while. Yeah, you got Roku TV, and I forget the issue, but there's no native Twitch app to watch Twitch on TV, and a little frazzled here. I had a little bit of technical difficulties before I started, but yeah, and there was an unofficial that workaround kind of deal that somebody made, and it worked for a while, and then they shut that down. Now there's another unofficial one that I tried installing, and it didn't work. So I have to use, which I have Chromecast too. Just I don't have it plugged into the TV I really would like to watch it on. So that's how we watched your Minecraft stream uh, last weekend, so Tucker could see what that was all about. And you know what? It really helped because he was telling about his friend that they play it on the playground or whatever, and it's survival mode, but he was able to kind of get into it, and it's like I go look for the coal or whatever and crafting, and and we made a crafting table. I mean, it's like there's like tree stumps or whatever on the playground, so that was their crafting
yeah.
tables and stuff. I guess he was telling me all about it. But it really, he picked up at pretty much, I think, about everything you were talking about.
Well, and that's just, I mean, we're just in the very beginning of things.
Yeah.
I don't know everything, obviously, but um, I do know that I'm like this is just a very, very basic beginning.
Okay. Well, he enjoyed it, and I think it helped him. Because it's like me in video games. I'm not against him, but he's not gonna play those kind of games, right? Well, especially not right now, but
Yeah.
because you can definitely kill a lot of time with that. But well, I got
Yeah, you
Kev.
can. That's why I mean that's why I play when you first came in, that's why I was doing what I was doing on that map because I don't put the hours in on that stuff, so um but I want to get I want to get some of the stuff that's in the later game.
Right. Yeah.
But
Um, Kevin Jones here saying I should figure out how to put the chat on screen so all watch, but I haven't figured that out yet. And well, I haven't tried. I know I can figure. Haven't done it. Let's see. Ho ho, salmon are running the river across from me, doing the spawning. And two of them stacked together the other day. My 5-year-old thought it was cool. Stack. Well, that's pretty neat. Um, Oh, before I forget, before we get into some other topic like we do, like socks or something, um, or custom socks, uh, is Halloween stream and quiz questions. I got I don't know, 50 or 60 ginned up, and I mean, I googled for some of them, and then I've added a few. I've even added some bonus, like some extra hard, but like bonus stuff that it's possible you could know, but it's maybe mostly for the audience that tunes in that night. So for those out there watching, um, we do. Me and Skull Crusher here do a um, we've done a annual live stream on Halloween.
Yeah, this
And
will be the third annual
yeah,
time.
third annual for us, and like fifth or sixth for me, um, on my own. But we did some gamer trivia in person, like you were here,
Yep.
um, last time, and that was a lot of fun, where the audience gets in on the action.
Yep.
And we're going
Yep.
to do that again. We're each going to come up with our own questions. Last year, I had this card game that I was given to me for my birthday, like, oh, long time ago. Well, not real long, 5, 6, 7 years ago. And we went through we ended up going through all the cards. So we're going to do that, but we're coming up with our own questions, and not going to make it too crazy hard, but so you
No.
might want to get subscribed to either one of us or both, and join in. But how you coming on
Yeah.
your list, I guess?
I haven't really I haven't really looked. I've been busy doing some other stuff.
And you know what? I was gonna throw in, like a little bit of maybe a few music trivia. We can kind of have it a little left of gaming.
I
It doesn't have
I
to be
know
gaming.
I know what topic I'm gonna cover, because I'm kind of keeping it a surprise for that night. But
Okay.
um, I know what kind of topic I'm gonna cover. I just haven't looked up anything. I've got had some other stream stuff that I've been working on lately.
Well, I have mine kind of broken into categories, and I was kind of trying to figure out how, well, like if we had, like, okay, this is like related to a console, or this is related to a franchise, or this is just general retro, or this is modern, or it's PC or something. Maybe coming up with categories. Almost, but I really sounds kind of hard to get it figured out. But I was almost trying to think of how I could do it almost like a bit like Jeopardy in a way.
Yeah.
I'll take retro video game consoles for 200, Alex, kind of thing. But and
Yeah.
I here's the thing. We're both going to kind of try to game and do this and do that, and I'm not going to have my keyboard right handy, and I don't have an extra person. You know, I was like, well, it'd be kind of hard to keep score that way, but that would be kind of fun to try to facilitate. But I was trying to think of an easy way to keep score, like of just right and wrong, and we'll see who wins that way. Um, I'm not sure how to do an on-screen counter, because I'm not going to. I don't want to give away, what I'm going to do, but give away how I'm going to live stream. Uh, I'm not going to have immediate access to my, keyboard and like OBS or whatever to put the counter on screen or whatever.
Yeah.
But maybe, well,
Well, no, one of the things I've been thinking about is what game, because I know you're gonna do retro, or you were talking about doing like retro.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like I thought about doing some Grand Theft Auto that night, but with us doing questions and stuff, I don't want to be in the middle of something and then have to stop and.
Well,
So I'm almost thinking of just doing a decorated, like decorate the farm sim map up a little bit or something
that
and
or
just doing that, because then I can stop in the middle of the field what I'm doing. And
right. See, I'm gonna have to set up my second monitor. I mean, I'm gonna have to take pauses, and if we have to do that kind of stuff, to focus on the questions and stuff. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna retro game, do the Halloween themed games, and then other things. I also, I'll announce for whoever's watching right now, I'm gonna try to make a promotional video so people know it's coming. But I'm going, and this is gonna be a longer term thing, but I think I'm gonna start real soon going for my old Atari game records that I kept track of. It's a little
Oh yeah.
little related, but kind of unrelated. So
Yeah. Well, so I was saying I was kind of working on some other stuff. I'm gonna, you'll be seeing it, especially starting tomorrow. But next weekend I'm doing another charity stream
okay,
for breast cancer awareness with
you know what? I
Trucker
noticed.
with Trucker NJ, and that's why
Okay,
you've been seeing him in
Trucker.
my
I
channel
actually
lately.
popped into his stream the other day, um, because it happened to be on my lunch, and so I'm like, okay, and I noticed he was doing that. So, yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
pretty cool. Um,
Um, and if for anybody wondering what it is, it's a 72-hour marathon of different streamers. It's kind of like a sort of a loose knit stream team type of a thing, where there should be, because they're all around the world. There should be someone pretty much going all
from about every
hours of this,
hemisphere.
yeah, of the 72 hours. And we what I saw of it last year, we raid from one team member to another. And I wanted to do it last year, but I didn't have my affiliate. And um so now that I do, I'm able to actually join in. And so I've been working on setting everything up for that, or what I can do for that. So
Yeah, see, actually, you've become quite the semi-unprofessional streamer
yep.
compared to me. You actually got things planned out and kind of schedule things and everything. I'm just
And
like, well, like
I'll do a lot of setting up for things.
well, you have a consistent schedule. I mean, like last week, I really wanted to, and then what? I forget exactly what come up. I
I I got hockey tickets.
Well, no, that's right. You couldn't go, but I wanted to, or you couldn't be streaming. Yeah, that's right. You were at the hockey game. That's right. Well, there
Yep.
was another time I was tired, but no. So I streamed by myself and then just streamed
Yeah.
like Super
And
Nintendo
then
stuff. That's
I
right.
popped in when I got home.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's what happened. But there was another time where I was gonna do, and I forget what. Oh, I know. Things just we got behind on the evening chores with the kids and stuff, and I hadn't
Yeah.
eaten yet, um and all that. So it was like, okay, I'm not gonna. But like I said, it doesn't matter. This is all fun. It's again, I've told you this, probably really, or said this other times I think on stream. It's like, yeah, each one of these streams I earn, like 50 cents. So I ain't getting rich doing it. So
Yeah.
it isn't my livelihood, just for fun. And it is fun. I enjoy it. And
Yep.
that's the thing. If I was XQC or some of these other streamers that they're living, I know some of them are generally having fun, but I mean, just the pressure of having to be on all the, we kind of talk. I just I just would grow to hate it, I think. Maybe.
Yeah.
And that's not even if I wasn't just gaming, if I was trying to do other streams, because there's other guys out there that do automotive stuff or whatever, and like just coming up with the ideas and the topics and all that stuff. Just sometimes you just want to take a break, Like you take a break, you lose out to the algorithm or something. That's your livelihood. That you can't make it up.
Yeah. But yeah, that's why Trucker Jay's been in, because he's been him and I've been talking on Discord, because I've been having problems getting the donation link.
Okay.
Well,
again, I watched him a little. We chatted a bit. He's tired, or
yeah,
and he was paying off his house or mortgage, and then what little mortgage he had left, and buying a new car. I mean, whatnot, basically wrapping things up, I guess you could say, to so he can just do whatever he wants the rest of the way,
Yeah.
Because he was an ex-trucker as well.
Yeah, yep.
Which makes sense with it. He only knows me from joining in your live stream.
Well, he was I would say he was the final nail in the coffin of getting me going in the right direction on my affiliate.
That's good.
He was the last piece before I hooked up with the EOS, which is what got me over.
Oh, hey.
He was the one that hooked me up with them.
Okay. Oh, hey, Permigan's in. Okay, he's working graveyard. That's why he can get in. Because I was going to say, you should be in bed right now. Been a long time since you've been able to jump into one of my streams. Well, since you're here, and we're gonna be doing our annual Halloween stream. We're gonna do like gamer trivia. So that's something. Be Halloween night, and it'd be late night, so that'd be early morning for you. Would that be something you'd be able to join in on? Because we are gonna have some good gamer questions. Cut down some of the. Gonna keep mowing this. I'm like hung up on.
Well, the side that you're on, or at least the front part, we were gonna extend the field out there. But yeah, we need to mow. We need to take care of some trees. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, because I was trying to make this nice, so when we go to pick it up, I can either make circles or easier down and backs, or trees are in the way. Right. Get it. Yeah, I'm well, actually probably tomorrow I'm gonna actually set up my setup just to get some streaming going there. I got to test. I got to do some testing. It's been a long time since I set it up with my my VCR and my capture method, I should say, which involves a VCR.
Are you gonna do the cool promo video again?
Yes, I'll do something. Either I'll reuse that or I'll come up with something.
Well, I'm fine with you reusing it. I'm sure it just needs the dates updated, or maybe it doesn't even need to do that.
I don't think so. I guess I could go check on it. Actually, since you're talking about it, I'll probably forget. Let me alt tab out. Check it out.
That was one of the playing that video was one of the fun things to do.
Okay, let's see. There's the Insta story.
Ready for Halloween?
Wanna go psycho with me, Elvira?
Join us October 30th and 31st for a very spooky and special live stream.
Okay, I have it.
Get subscribed.
Okay, yeah, I have 30th and 31st, which I guess we could do 2 nights in a row, maybe. I got to look at what that falls on.
That would have been that'd be Monday,
okay, that'd be
Tuesday
Monday
again,
and
I think.
Tuesday. I mean, I guess we could do, and I just leave it, but it doesn't have like the date as in like 2022 or anything like that. But yeah, here you guys can hear it again over the sound.
Ready for Halloween?
Wanna go psycho with me, Elvira?
Join us October 30th and 31st for a very spooky and special live stream. Get subscribed so you don't miss out.
Okay, yeah, I can just reuse it, and I think I will. Unless I can think of something. Okay, hopping back in again. Unless I can think up something. There we go. Yeah, so from again, are you gonna be able to maybe join us or watch? I should say.
I'll have to look to see because I should have it still downloaded, but maybe not.
I forget. How did I have to send that to? I think Google Drive.
We had to do Google Drive because that was the only way we could
still
send
be
a
available to you
bigger
because I don't
file.
think I deleted it out of there, out of that Google Drive I made or shared
Okay.
with you. Yeah, there you go. Should be able to access it.
I'll look at it. I'll look for it here in a.
Yeah, I mean, unless something
Sometime.
kind of with the kids come up, yeah, we could do that. We could just do 2 nights, and that kind of prime people up for it too, because I think that worked well when you were actually physically here too.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, you probably. I mean, I'm gonna promo it in places, and I guess I hope your cousin John can hop in again. Kind of fun.
Yeah, I'll message him.
Just because he's like us, I guess, when it comes to this stuff, you know.
Well, even Average was kind of interested. He thought it sounded like fun. The only problem I think for him would be the hours, because I think it's
East Coast.
He's in
Eastern?
Newfoundland, so I think it's like 12
Oh, that's
there.
right. I'm thinking. Oh, I'm thinking.
You're
MJ.
probably thinking of Woody.
Yeah, that's right.
Because Woody's from the East Coast, but
And there was a one year where I put your game up in the corner on my stream. I had to.
well, that was the first year.
Yeah, and what I had to do to even make that work was to go ahead, go on through. I guess I got done. Gotta say, but how I had to do that is I had to bring your stream up and then capture the window. It's an imperfect way of doing that.
Well, yeah.
I wonder if there's a way.
And it was still.
See, I wonder if there's a way for me to get. There's a way for me to get a more direct feed, or I don't know. Is there a way to? See, I know other people kind of do that, like when they watch party stuff, you know, so we can all see the same. That's almost like kind of what I need. Like if it could be done through Discord, and then I could mirror that. I don't know. I'll see. If I can't get yours up on mine, that's. What I will do is try to get the chat going up on my chat up in the window, so people from YouTube or Twitch can.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is interesting, people hearing the insider baseball, but this is just what we talk about normally, even when we're not live streaming, kind of stuff like this. Yeah. Because I thought, well, it might be nice for my viewers to be okay. They can hear you, but it's like, oh, this is what this guy is. And I'm gonna have a. I mean, you don't have a face cam, but obviously I will. Gaming basement, and I'm gonna mess around. That's another thing that I'm gonna do on mess around with Sunday is just the setup. I want to mix it, change up the decor.
See, you just do a different kind of setup than what I do, because my setup is all in the game and
Well,
my Streamlabs stuff, and your setup is physically changing a
well, yeah. Well,
set.
even like if I do the model building, yeah, I gotta set up the cameras and have the angles right so you don't see all you don't see what you shouldn't see, or you're able to see what you should see. I guess is
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Well,
so
well,
you're
that's
just doing it's same thing, just a different
yeah.
different.
Well, it's a way to make it interesting because yeah, I could just purely just screen cap the game. Heck, I could play it in an emulator, but what fun would that? I mean, well, for
Yeah.
me, especially Atari games, they don't feel the same. They don't play the same. You you gotta almost play them on real hardware. There was one of the early streams where actually I was live streaming my front porch, so when the trick or treaters come, and I was playing games and stuff, and those are all archived. You could go back and watch those. It's kind of funny because there was people kind of, I don't want to say joining in, but they were we were rating the costumes and stuff. And then but I was playing like I was using the uh emulator and was playing some of the games I actually didn't own, like these rare games, because they're just too expensive. I'm not that kind of collector. I'm not a completionist that way. uh but anyway, uh so I was playing like the Halloween game that was based on the Halloween movie. It's
Mhm.
pretty simplistic, and like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they're not great as Atari games go. They're not great, but anyway, we're playing them and playing that, and then we were kind of rating the. And I had like some graphics, like some ghost graphics that were real eerie that would float around, so it looked like a ghost, background. I'd make them float over the trick or treaters' heads and and oh, you want to talk about a weird setup? Is of course that was when I had my other piece, my other because that goes back a long way. And get the camera out there. I had the window open, had my webcam and a USB extension run out there, and I had to move my computer into the living room. I was in that corner over there where the recliner chair is, by the fireplace there. And I had my monitor set on it, and I was sitting in a chair right off the side. Well, now, also I had to be there so I could run the smoke machine. When they open the door, we billow a cloud of smoke out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And oh, might be lagged. Oop, lost connection. Okay, gonna hop in.
I wondered what happened, because like you went
Well, yeah, I was
quiet on
going back
Discord
because I
for a
think we're
second.
done, and okay, I gotta. Or now you have to let me in again. Uh oh, I looking at the chat there, Permigan. Okay, so a retro gaming museum, is it pretty? It popped up in Vienna. Is it pretty extensive, or is it kind of lackluster? I mean, does it do retro gaming justice? As in, they have beginning not just a 2600, but like a Fairchild Channel F and Odyssey and other things like that. Is that? Hang on, we gotta stop. Hang on. Yeah. So is it? That feels. Okay. Let's get to the tractor. Which? Okay, we gotta go pick up stuff, I guess, or are you
Yeah,
already
yeah,
started?
I am.
Okay, I'm back in and get hooked up.
Yeah, if we're done with raking,
Yeah, I
I'm
was done.
assuming the.
But anyway, let's thought a little bit about the game. I forgot what I was talking about with you. Well, setups, yeah, in the.
No, we were talking about. Well, kinda. You were talking about the
Well,
trick or
yeah. So
treating
I had my
setup we
PC
used
sit.
to
I
run.
had it sitting in there because I had to be close for the web. To get the video, I had to. Um, I had to be within close proximity of the computer. And of course USB can't run. Can't run too far away. So yeah, I'm sitting there and had the chat up and my dual monitors that time, my small dual monitors, and was doing that, and I had like 15 or something like 15 or 20 people watching that time. I just called the live stream "Boo Haunted House." And I was which is I think what I'm going to call it. I always kind of call it, or usually call it, a version of that, but I think I did gamer trivia but with ours,
Yeah.
but yeah, I had like 15 or 20 people watching, although that was, I'd have to look that up. That was back when live streaming was kind of newer, especially on YouTube, so maybe the market wasn't so saturated either.
Yeah.
Maybe kind of in early on it, but it was kind of fun because we were joking around, and then like I'd go out there and like oh, here's a piece of candy, and I'd throw a piece of candy at the camera for the viewers and stuff. You might want to go. Actually, now I want to go back and watch it. But anyway, that's why I kind of do the different setups, because it's just something different, something you wouldn't expect. I mean, every live streams are usually just a headshot like what I'm doing here, and like, oh, okay, well, do something different with the decor and but anyway, there again answered me. Says it's doing the retro gaming real justice. Play nearly every console and nerded out back in the days. Okay, so it's kind of like a hands-on one. Well, that's even better. They seem them. There's some really neat stuff there. Package untouched, and that's neat to see. Like, I know there's over here. There's there's some retro gaming museums and retro that includes like retro computing and all that stuff too. That's I'd like to get to. Not necessarily right in the immediate around where we are. Is there anything like that? It's kind of, speaking of the retro computers, it's kind of funny. Like Pioneer Village. They had up in their one of their loft areas. They just have a ton of like vintage computers and things. Like that was collected probably back in the early 90s and stuff, when Harold Warp was still alive. I think they were the idea was to go beyond, because basically everything stops at about 1980 there, or you know what I mean. I think they were going to get into stuff like that. Also, I know though the Holdridge Museum has been collecting. I mean, it's been a couple years since I've been in there. One time we were back, but I noticed they were collecting a bunch of. It was mostly computer stuff, so I don't know if they're necessarily gaming route or just the some retro computing stuff, and we're talking like server stuff, just kind of like, okay, this is the. I think the idea is kind of like have a little bit of, the birth of the internet and stuff there.
Yeah.
I noticed that because it was all just it was in one room and wasn't roped off or anything, and I was kind of just looking through, and there was like, operating system discs, like 5 1/4 floppies, and like there was some like server type stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the goal, but that's what it kind of looked like they were doing, which is kind of pretty cool. Because actually that museum's pretty nice, especially where they've got the indoor part they've added on with the tractors and farm equipment, and then especially like the train layout stuff, because that's pretty unique for back there. Obviously, we have like model railroad museums, a couple of them here, but back there, that's like. Well, that's pretty neat. Of course, Vienna's pretty large, so it can support. Speaking of that, Primogen, it's next country over, and I think maybe I've asked you this before, but have you been to Miniature Wonderland, which is I forget how many square feet, but it's a huge train layout, stuff from all over the world. Plus, it's the largest model like airport with like planes that actually fly around, taxi and in an airport. Oh yeah, well, I mean, yeah, floppy disk. Well, the thing is the save button, even on modern things, is still the 3 1/4 diskette. But it's also kind of like the phone receiver. I mean, who uses those like that style? Germany, in I forget where it's at. Miniature Wonderland. Is there one in Vienna? I only thought there was, or I need to say it properly. Miniature Wonderland. Forget how many. Well, it's not square. You guys don't call it square. Whatever. The size of the building. I've watched videos on it. Have you ever been there? I know it's not super convenient to go to it, but obviously it's more convenient than me trying to get there. I mean, that is one thing that would draw me to your neck of the woods is that other than skiing in the Alps. But I'm old to do that old, but okay. Well, have you? I mean, you've heard of. But you know what I'm talking about. It's got vehicles they drive. That's all HO scale vehicles they actually drive around on the roads, and it's all pre-programmed. And the airport's the neatest thing, but the trains and the highways and everything, and I think a day happens in every 15 minutes. The sun goes down, and then city lights come on. A pretty amazing feat of engineering. Yeah, I've only watched on YouTube, and those are in English or well, German English, I guess. Here we go. We can have a race.
If we're having a race, you're losing.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is they both go the same speed, so there's no way to catch up.
Well, it would depend on the wear, but they're both worn about the same, so. You're cheating.
Unless I take a shortcut or something.
So you hit the barn.
Probably not.
No, it's not gonna be. Because you had to
Yeah,
go
if I go
too
down
far
the hill a
out and
little bit.
around.
Oh, no. Oh, I did the same thing. I watched you run into the silo. I was hoping to stop right on it and get unloaded first. That didn't work. Well, these are open station tractors. There's no windows.
Why'd you unload in that one?
Just because I didn't have to wait for you.
Oh. Because that one just stores it. That one doesn't do anything
Oh,
else.
it doesn't? Oh, I thought they
No.
were basically one and the same.
No, they're not. that one's for like storing grain and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well,
So it just stores it. That's all right. We can transfer it
yeah,
over.
we can transfer. All right. Well, it was a race. I was have to.
Grease and tractors.
What's your? Well, actually, they're oh. Oh, these are 560s. No, these aren't turbo. They wasn't till the
Hey, Casual.
560s till
How's it
till
going?
the 7. I think the. Oh, I'm not up on my internationals. 706 was, but I think 806. I know the 1060 by that time. These are just before power. Yep, no, these are naturally aspirated. These are roughly, I don't know what the game called. Probably roughly 70 horsepower tractors. Guessing.
I think they said 80 in the.
Okay, yeah, or 80. Because again, they're trying to reference it
But
like a 40.
But I don't know how accurate that is. You know.
Well, that's probably pretty accurate because this would have been close to like a 30-20. Oh, that's like that might be rated a little high depending.
Good, Casual.
Oh, welcome. In got an Austrian high street. Casuals from Scotland, right?
No. England.
UK.
Yeah.
Scottish guy we know.
Not that I
Maybe he was
remember.
one of my viewers. I try to keep track of them.
Yeah.
Makes you feel special, you know. I mean, I like it when I'm a viewer. And I don't want to say knows me, recognizes. Yes. I don't know. Maybe that's not. That's right. These are old. I farm half. That was their. Oh, good. 4.5, and yeah, but then you're gonna probably back there. I've never worked second or graveyard.
I have. I've worked
Well, yeah, you've.
kind of second. Not so much a complete graveyard, but I
A
have worked
second.
late on a second.
I suppose you get.
Yes and no.
Attitude.
All right, but granted, I didn't do the longest one. I didn't do for more than a few months. It was late enough. I got off late enough at night that it wasn't a complete change. It's just that I kind of have an internal clock for waking up, and so what normal people would do for sleeping in, I couldn't do. So
Well, yeah. Well, and there's well, and then there's also like when people want to do stuff. Well, that's either when you're working or it's like, well, that's when I kind of
actually,
remember that back.
so that part wasn't so bad because it's like I could wake up. I'd want to wake up at about 11 or noon, and then that would give me until like I can't remember 3:30 or something like that to do whatever, and then go to work. And I thought that was pretty all right.
Yeah, I just remember it. When riding and stuff and well, second, I guess it was.
Oh, I thought he
And
worked overnight.
somebody did, and that's why we couldn't always ride.
I
I
know.
always like to ride in the mornings when it was, especially in the
Yeah. Well, he was working in Lex, and it was overnight.
That's what.
I guess I don't remember. We might have not been hanging out so much when he was working at Allman Brothers.
Yeah, that was kind of
Yeah, but
towards the end before we all kind of had to scatter.
started scattering around.
Yeah, I mean, kind of right. Gotta go do this thing like real life, or get serious about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm well, not literally 9 to 5, but I'm Monday through Friday 9 to 5, or actually it's 7 to 4, but actually I got a pretty flexible schedule. I mean, remote if I want. I don't prefer doing that, but it's nice to be able to when I kind of within, yeah, really. And when I say reasons, get my work available I can kind of, lack of a better way to say it, I can kind of do what I want. I want I have some latitude. It's almost kind of always early on, it was. Well, no, I've stayed pretty much the same, but I guess I got older. Did you lose weight, or is it just, I don't know. If anything, I've stayed the same and lost the muscle mass. I am just jockey. But it has been a while since you. Yeah, I've worked at the same job for, well, next year, 19. It was 19 years. Doesn't, I don't know. Well, in some respects, it's like, yeah, it does seem long, but then sometimes it doesn't. Oh, did I level up? I don't know. Sometimes my body tells me to level down. I've been working at rental, and I just or I'll be
Yeah.
I gotta work a little slower and be more deliberate with my steps and turns or I'm gonna feel it.
I look at things now and I'm just like, well, I could do it, but do I really want to deal with the headache or not, or is it worth it to me to pay someone else to deal with the headache and it just not have that stress?
Yeah, well, I don't know if I call it the stress of it. It's just more okay. A good for example is, well, I'm painting. These house has ceiling, higher than normal ceilings, so I have little portable scaffolding stuff, perfect for that. But it gotta hop up on it and down. Well, kind of climb up on it, but then you can hop up that big far down or anything. But it's like I was hopping up and hopping down, and by the end, then later that night, I was like, I must have turned my knee. I didn't hurt it or anything, just a little sore from twisting wrong. Just getting up and down off the thing, where I used to just kind of like doing you put your hand on there and just swing your legs up kind of thing when I was in my.
It may not have even been twisting wrong. You may have just been like, you just haven't ever twisted that way in a while.
Well,
and
that's
so
it.
the
I haven't
ligament
been working. No, that is exactly it. Is not twisted wrong. It's just I twisted farther than I normally work those muscles. Because, again, that's the thing. I'm bad about getting down at my job. I try to get up, not on any sort of prescribed schedule, but go walk to the kitchenette area, water cup up, or like I said, we're spread across two offices in a office building. Side of the building. Go over there, take a quick. Well, actually, I've been learning how to play chess, and we have some chess boards going. So when each of us need to get up and move, and we're kind of got teams going a little bit too. A couple people themselves. It's like, well, I'll walk over there. Somebody's moving out, and I say, so I guess that's another gaming thing, learning to play chess. And I guess people that have been playing most of their lives are like, you're pretty good. And I was like, well, actually, I don't think I'm that good because I haven't won that many games. But I guess I get pretty far into I can get pretty far into the game. Just can't win them.
Yeah. I haven't played chess in a long time.
Well, and here's the thing: I just never thought to learn because I guess I always thought it was like super complicated, take all this. Well, and then I always thought, my perception was games take forever. Kind of like Monopoly, the game you don't start.
Oh yeah, well they don't take that long.
No, they don't. No, it doesn't. But I just thought, oh, it's way too complicated, and kind of. Because in college, there were two guys. Well, I had that Chinese and then Russian guy and they played a lot. And of course, I assume they were good, but I just thought, well, I'd be no match for them. Can't win, don't try, kind of. But just seemed like, oh, I'd just be a heel because I'm trying to learn and nobody else. I just didn't think to get into it. Turned out I pretty fun, and I've been playing on. There's a chess there, and you can play across the world. I've been able to beat the bots on there, like the beginner, a couple of intermediates, and then I occasionally, like, I'm playing a guy from New Zealand, so like it takes a day to make a move because he's asleep when I'm making my move because he's on the other side of the world. He doesn't get the notification for 12 more hours, unless we sort of catch each other when it's like probably early at night for me.
I learned from the last ex-girlfriend, and I think she enjoyed playing at first, but then I kind of learned like having my own strategy to it, and I was out for blood. It probably shouldn't have been, considering she was a girlfriend, but I learned how to be nasty at it, and then she didn't want to play me anymore.
Well, see, that's the thing where I actually don't think I'm very good, but they're like saying, well, it says you're good, you make good moves, and you can see a lot of this stuff, and it's like, but honestly, I feel like I play too conservatively. I don't go for the throat either soon enough or don't try, because like my coworker Chris, he always is all about, he's like, just go after that queen and get it off the board, try to get the other guys off the board rather than just go for check or checkmate stuff, where I kind of do a modified, I'm real protective, then I will go. I like to try to get rid of the knights because those things are deadly. and sometimes I put myself in a little more compromising situations because I am so hyper focused on just taking pieces rather than actually just I miss opportunities to get in check, because I'm hyper focused on getting this one or the two pieces off the board, just so I don't have to deal with them. But I really wish I would have learned it a lot sooner. I guess the point is, I wish I would have learned it earlier and played it. Oh, hell, I didn't even. But played it.
Yeah, well, I didn't learn it. I didn't learn it until I was like, because hell, I didn't date her until I was like 30. So
yeah, that's right. You were.
I didn't learn to play until I was like 30. But I knew how to play checkers, which is sort of similar, not the same, but similar.
Yeah, well, and see, so do I, and I was pretty good at checkers, but that's why I never thought to learn chess, because like, well, checkers can. I mean, it's simpler rules, things, and moves, but it's almost harder because, you can get yourself in situations where you're forced to make moves or you're forced to jump when you really wouldn't want to, really don't want to.
Yeah,
that's sort of the whole point of the game.
Casual says, I don't know how to play chess. Do you know how to play checkers? Yeah, I didn't learn until I was like 30, and she taught me. And I think the first 2 weeks were probably we had fun doing that, and then I kind of started catching onto what to do, and I wouldn't say it was real nasty, but I was also like I had a strategy going into it, and that probably didn't make it very fun for her anymore because I was just like I knew this is my strategy, this is how I'm gonna play, and I never really thought about letting her win or anything. Well, I never really thought about just like maybe throwing her a bone every once in a while as far as like letting her win after that. I just like
Yeah.
I see a game and I must if I can dominate it, I must dominate it.
Well, yeah, and see, that's the thing when I play, and the chess app makes it has made it easy to learn, and there's puzzles and things. I've stuff from doing those, but playing the bots helped. And there's also coaches, and also it helped. You can turn all these features on, like have it help you, at least show you where you can go, where the piece can go. It won't tell you what the best move is, but it will tell you. It's like, well, you can do this, you can show you things not early on. That sort of helped, but then I was able to, the beginner bots, I was able to just go and gobble up all their pieces and promote pawns to queens and have two queens running around stuff. Uh, so that's why. Well, now I had to move on to like the more one. I was just able to easy bots too easily. But playing a human is a lot different. Even like I said, my coworker Chris, he played a lot, but he doesn't say very good. He hasn't played and just got started up. But we played a pretty intense game, and I had him real. I ended up losing, but I had him cornered for the better part of the game, and I had made a mistake early on that I knew I made, and I thought, well, cover from it, but I just could. But I forced him into certain corners, and I had about all his pieces taken. But because I get what I didn't lose. I lost. Well, I ended up losing both my rooks, and my knights were gone. And so I'm like, okay, I don't have too many pieces. Well, I lost one bishop, so it's like I didn't have too many pieces to fight with. So and so it just ended up. But I had my pawns kind of like perfectly placed. So like if he was going to get out of there, you had to figure out a way to do like an end run because I had everywhere else kind of blocked. But I guess he was like, well, and then there was another game where I guess I must have, I beat him pretty good. I didn't think I played that well because I was worried I was giving too much up. And he says, I kind of stewed on that for about 2 days. Like, and I was like, well, I was just hoping to survive through that. Like we just kept putting things that were just blocking it, so I couldn't get my I couldn't get this out or that out or anything. And but the funny part is I didn't even see that I was dominating the game. Like you were just dominating the whole game. Like I felt like I was always gonna lose something that I'm not like I was missing something. It's like, okay,
Casual says, yes, he can play that game, but he
Hang on a
says
minute. Hang on a minute. I'll be right.
sure he leaves. We'll just stare at him.
All right, back at it. How'd you? Oh, you were crouching. I was like, what the hell are you doing? I saw your name there, but it was like the game lag or something. Let's see. Are we?
No,
all...
you were blocking me with your tractor.
Yeah. Well, I should have moved it off the thing.
Well, he says he can play that game, but he doesn't feel that he's good at that game. He knows it as draws. I think that's how you pronounce that.
Okay.
DRAUGHTS.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like back. I just never thought to learn. Oh, it's so complicated. Well, actually, it's not hard to learn. It's hard to master.
Well, it takes a little bit to learn where all the pieces, how this one can move that way, or
Yeah, which way it can attack, and then being able to
Yep.
see your opponents immediately move
right into their path.
into their path. You know? All right. Well, I guess we'll casual talk about the Halloween. Halloween. We're trying to decide if we're going to do it both the 30th, or the 31st.
Yeah.
Traditional live stream. It'd be about this time. So I'm going retro game. Sorry, from my Atari 2600. Time Machine, my retro basement. Back in time. And
Did
then we're
you
going to
get
do
a
like
flux
some game
capacitor?
trivia. So I know it's late night, but hop in. Audience, get in on the action. But for last year, I had an actual like card game that was given to me. But now we're coming up with our own. Each of us are going to come up to ask each other. We'll keep a little score. Kind of friendly. Can answer them. Yeah, I'm gonna game on my Atari 2600, real hardware. Kind of a. I've thought about making a. I might just make a video of the setup of how I do it. It's kind of janky the way I'm. I don't have a. I don't have a modded system, and I don't. I'm sure you can 2600, but I don't use a retro tink or anything. That's so. And if I get on it, I might record some gameplay, so I'll have actually a longer stream. That'll start actually before, but it might be pre. I don't know. I've done that in the past. Actually, if you want to see what it's all about, go to my YouTube channel and look up my live stream archives and see it. Watch and kind of get the gist of it. Casual must be on edge watching you.
No, he's on my YouTube. I don't have my Twitch on tonight.
Because I don't.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on my YouTube and my
Yeah,
Kick started working, so I'm on my Kick. Ew.
I'm not seeing.
You just said, oh, there you said hi. He just said, hey.
There, I wonder I couldn't see. I don't know, for whatever reason the chat now it updated. Okay, now I see it.
I have a problem with that too. I have to keep hitting retry every once in a while. But at least YouTube isn't doing what my Twitch is doing on my TV, so.
There we go. Yeah, well, casual if you want to see what our Halloween's kind of what they are. That I am going to be. Well, of course, you're subscribed and all, but I am going to be. Sorry, I am going to be. I don't know when exactly I'm going to start. That I make a, but go for my old Atari records back in the day. I had a book. Me and my kept a book records, bunch of games. Actually, one of my subscribers, I made a post about it. Subscriber said, "Ever tried to beat any of those?" Honestly, I never thought to look them up and try. So, see, some might be easy to beat, and some of them might be kind of hard. I know games like Ms. Pac-Man and well, specifically Video Pinball. I got good at that. There's tricks you can do. I can get over 1,000,000 points in that game. I almost play. I can pretty much just play that game in. So a game like that, I'll have to see how long I want to run that one out because that game there's some kind of an exploit, which it actually talks about it in the game manual, but I got so good at it that I can pretty much just almost infinitely just keep racking the score up. And when I say I got 1,000,000 points, that means I rolled the score over because it can't go over 1,000,000 points. The counter starts over because it only has that many digits because that's the largest 8-bit number. But the score counter only goes that far because it's only an 8 bits. I don't know. There's a technical reason why they couldn't get. But other games that I have records in, Cars Revenge and stuff like that, I should be able to. Might be hard to initially beat it, then I should be. Get a bigger. That'd be one I'd think I'm gonna do a game at a time. Well, I'm not sure exactly how, but a game at a time, and then I'll probably put have a graphic going, or kind of like how the speed, a little bit like how some have their splits and all that stuff. High score, high score.
Do you have all that picked up back there, or?
I gotta go check. I can't remember just about. Oh.
Oops. Oh, there is some back here. I see it.
Yeah, I think I got a few.
There's the few lines.
I mowed up here above the box.
Yeah, you're Mo happy.
More money. Mo money.
Mo money.
Mo money. Yeah, well, I made it so I couldn't read. Yeah, that's right. I should have kept going. There we go. Yeah, that's all right. Hop in as long. Well, and also maybe the 30th night before. We haven't decided if we're gonna do both days. I'll release a short on, also a reel on Instagram with a Facebook. You see it. And actually, I want to do story stream. Need to get other emulators down at a time. Get some other games. But sorry, I pretty much like to just play on. Emulators are fine. I only because I got it super or a flashback, which is way back in the day. It's like a flashback 6, and it's like I played it a little bit, but it didn't have the right feel. Didn't have the same. Go back to that, and I mean on a CRT. I sort of have been on the Atari kick because organizing my manuals, games, and same with my landfill.
Yeah.
on the wall. I do have like a save search just in case up and one came up. Defender cartridge box, $7,000. Mine's a super breakout. Now I don't have a box, but I mean, but otherwise, kind of the same deal. I paid $75
Yeah.
for it. I don't believe mine's worth $7,000. But yeah, it popped up, and
Well, they're probably just trying to see if they can get someone to pay it.
that's what I figure. You know, the ETs are. I mean, I don't know if I'd say they're worth that much either, but they originally, like, I think they started at like 1,000. I've seen last recent sale I saw that, which was like 16. But that was kind of like at the height of the collecting crash now.
Yeah.
And these are always going to have some sort of value, but I don't know. Well, I don't know why I never did before, but you know, like for music, there's like Discogs and stuff, and like for all that kind of Discogs, and you know, it catalog your collection, just have, but also like price charting. About this, you know, I was inputting them because I didn't know exactly all what I had because I didn't even, I never really kept count of 233 or something games. I was charting them in, and almost all, except for literally a handful, I paid no more than $1, maybe two, for any one of the games I had. I was putting it in, even the stuff that's dead common, still like $5. You know, you got to pay $5 on eBay for it. Not money, but I only paid $1 less. Some of these cartridges cents for.
Yeah.
They were literal trash when I bought them. Nobody wanted them. Nintendo was just getting out. Nintendo was just, those were still going. That were still. I mean, some of them have my collection. They were valuing out at 20, 30, 40, and $40 because they're a little more scarce, so rare. But and some of them are good games. I couldn't believe it. You know, it gives you a tally of a rough like meat value and such. Yeah, a lot of the games were coming up around $10. Jeez, realized that they were going for that. Only a couple of the titles like that would I pay $10. Like if I didn't own Pitfall, I'd pay $10 just all because of the game. Some of the other ones necessarily hey, you're a subscriber. I don't recognize your name, or you haven't been in. Yeah, I never even really totaled up how many Atari games I had. Just the Atari. I have almost all the manuals. Kept kept the manuals. Yeah, two. I didn't. I only thought I had like only take up a couple of totes or well, I got
Yeah.
230 turn 234. And I guess I could have a binder that's inches thick. Oh my, sorry. I did, and then that also catalogs the owner's manual, and some of the Atari comp. Sorry for now, and then I got a couple. Chat because I so when we get the silos full, then what do you do? Sell it and money out of it? Or?
Well, no, we do. We did this before. We in January we'll take all this grass will be converted into silage, and we'll take all the silage and we'll sell it.
Okay, that's right. Truck it over. I forgot.
Yeah. Make lots of money. I was supposed to get the planter put in so we could plant corn, and I didn't do it.
We hired somebody to plant.
But we already planted. I think we planted soybeans.
That's right. It was soy.
Yeah, but we were gonna do corn silage. The old kind of, well, I guess in a way it's kind of the old-fashioned way, just with a pole, the pole.
Full type silage cutter.
Yeah, just a, and yeah, not the modern ones, just the pole behind, and we're gonna do that field in the back in corn, and especially if we got, even if Derek didn't want to necessarily, if he didn't want to do any more than hire a worker, he could stay in the field. We could truck it back and forth. I think it'd be fun with the three of us. But
yeah, well, I had now that I remember back, but yeah, kind of fun back and forth.
I don't know what we bought this ground. Because I needed some time to kill, so I could get the planter, and then I didn't do it. And then B, because we were gonna extend out that field.
Then we were gonna figure out, well, sometime along, figure out a place.
Yeah, that's right. Because the grapes were that place. Oh no, I knew where we were gonna put it. We were gonna put it up here on the other side of the road.
It shouldn't take up too much space, really.
No, it won't. And yeah, I was gonna put it up here on the other side of the road. And that was another reason why we were. That's another reason why we were doing what we're doing, so we could clear the ground. I have general idea of what we need to do for grapes, but I'm not 100% sure.
I just see it. Well, I saw it on the single player. Not my.
So we need, in order to gain a full yield, you need to mulch, cultivate, and fertilize between the rows. Which that part I did know. And their special tools are found in the grape and olive technology tab on the shop. See, I think what we probably need to do is, I don't think we do grapes this year. I think we need to
Yeah.
I think we need to finish out this year so that we have more money, because I guess I can't say for certain, but let's see. Oh, look. So grapes, yeah, the machine is like 242,000. So we definitely don't have enough for it.
But after we're able to sell this, we got 70,000 now. That's halfway there, and then what? Then it depends on what
Yeah.
got those.
I guess what I'm almost thinking of doing, I think everything was out back there, right?
Yeah.
Or good enough.
Kind of turn around.
I think what I was kind of thinking of doing was, since I forgot the planter, we can either do one of two things if we wanted to continue on for a little bit longer. And one would be that we maybe take a saw and trim out some of these trees in our
let's cut some
future
trees.
field.
I know how to run the chainsaw, so if I get one, because there's these.
And then
well, we want
other
to eventually extend this field, get those out of the way down there.
Okay, we can do that.
You know what I mean?
Yep. If I could back. I think I had this problem last time. I think this old fashioned barn, the doors are so narrow.
Well, yeah,
It's like threading a needle.
well, and I have a hard enough time backing up just camera view.
I gotta fix this one because I realized I think it was it you I told that I would do this, or
Yeah,
was it
because I
Derek?
had.
And then I never went back and got it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can. Maybe I can do it. I can't. You gotta swing the camera around. See, it's different than looking over your shoulder because it's not just like backward. Got the camera where I'm looking, so I can. Because otherwise, the way I want to do, it, I can't. At, I can't see. Throttles. So, and it's the. It doesn't have any. There. Okay.
Okay, You have to buy your own saw, I guess.
Oh, I need. Where, where's the hand tool?
It's there's actually just a chainsaw.
Now, where would it be?
The implements. Because there's one that's like the tractors and
Yeah,
combines and stuff.
no.
And then the other one's the
Under
implements.
force.
Nope. It's its own division.
If I'm,
It's its own thing, so you just look for chainsaws.
oh, I was. Oh, there it is.
I do have I forgot one thing. We don't have I need to get a grinder. I can get one. That's fine.
Where, where, saw it.
It's in your hand. Yep.
Oh,
Let's see.
nice.
Mm,
I hate when that happened. When I was,
what's that?
well, the tree doesn't like.
Oh. Okay, I am not gonna drive a bobcat all the way back to the farm. That would take forever.
Oh,
We're
from the
gonna.
thing. Well, I have.
I know, but it's so painstakingly slow. I'm not
I
gonna
know.
do that.
I was like, how do you get? How do you get the? I was like, how do you get things back to the farm? I have to just drive them. It, like, because I had like that F20, which goes like 6 mile an hour, and
Yeah.
I literally had to pull an implement because I didn't know how else. So I had to drive the tractor. You know, it took me 20 minutes just to get the equipment there.
Well, that's what that was one of the frustrating things about being on a console. Is that's what would kill me on maps. Is like how far away is the farm shop? Because I felt like I was driving forever. Well, in a lot of cases, you were. You don't have to cut them so small.
Oh, I guess not.
We're not creating firewood.
Okay, you don't have to. I was de-
Well, deluminum's fine, but you
Oh,
don't have
okay.
to cut them
I
into
don't
such
have to
small
be
sections.
realistic because I'm.
Well, it'd be different if we were doing one of the bigger trees, but these are kind of smaller. You can be realistic as you want. I'm just saying you don't have to. Come on, stump. Right
Something
on
like
you.
doing.
Tomorrow I'm gonna multiplay with casual. See, I just got to thinking about it because last time we played a logging map, like he said he was gonna set something up, but he hasn't said what yet. Hasn't said what he's feeling like yet.
Oh, so you don't know what. Day or
No. I don't know if we're farming or trucking or you know, and then like if we farm, what we'll be farming, and because like I said last time we started on a logging map, and actually I mean we had quite nice clearing going out. We were trying to decide what to do with the clearing once we got it cleared out, but. Were there 2 trees here, or is there just oh no, just one. Okay. Ugh. And then I threw that. So this Sunday I'll do Minecraft again. I kind of not not to give things away too much, but I kind of set it up to really find what I was looking for last time. And
Oh.
then next week for the others for the charity stuff, I'll go back to Farm Sim for a week. Hey, I was chopping the limbs off that.
Okay.
This is the most modern piece of equipment that we have yet. You what? This is a little bit harder to use.
Tucker like putting the wood up and how it loaded it down. And
Yeah.
there's a
Yeah.
where like PR and control.
I don't know.
Probably be a little nicer.
I don't know.
I mean,
You might as well get that other tree that's right there that you left standing.
just keep dropping it on. I which,
The one over here by me. And then I think that'll be good. I think that clears out this area.
this will make.
I don't. We'll leave this one on this hill. And actually, I just was having a thought because you talked about doing the dirt bike track. I thought this ridge looked like it'd be a good place to kind of drive through and stuff. Maybe that's what we should do. Like after we get done with the grape farm, we should start. Since you're into chopping trees and stuff, maybe we should actually kind of start laying out a track.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was always something. First, the motorcycles I got were like a website.
Yeah, but they got some in Mod Hub now,
Okay.
you don't have to just get motorcycles. There's also like go-karts and stuff, so we can get a whole bunch of different things. And actually, that'd probably be a lot of fun for if we build it. That might make things even more fun for Derek.
Well, that's
too.
the thing, because I was like riding like on these rocks and stuff. Up, like, well, you make it go around that, and then none of it jump off.
Well, and it doesn't have to be a court. We could just start making roads. But yeah, I thought this ledge looked like it. We'd probably want to take that tree out, but Um,
Well, yeah.
this ledge looks like it would be a kind of a nice, cool place to drive through, and I'm sure. I guess what I'm kind of thinking is that I made that road in the back there, so we could kind of use that back road as kind of like the back of the farm is the entrance for it, maybe or something. But
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you got those big hills. I mean, the end of the map is like,
it doesn't have to be a course. We could just like, hey, this is kind of cool. Let's make it
well, you can
into.
do some like off-roading.
Or if we wanted to, we can always paint it back. If we did want to just make a one-way course or a course or something, we can always paint things back to grass or something too. All right, I'm taking these trees to sell. I didn't think there was anything else. I don't really want to keep the grinder, but we might need it. We might come across a stump when we plow, so I'll keep it long enough for that. I don't want to plow it yet. We'll have to wait till next year to extend the field, I think. Cuz we already got stuff. I thought this sold here. Or do I have to take it all out piece by piece? Didn't we sell logs before? Maybe we didn't. Or did we sell wood chips? No.
You haven't done anything with it.
Ooh, there's a stump there. Did we put a sell anything? No, I don't think we did. We sawed all those trees down and now I may not be able to sell them. Yet. What's this over here? Oh, there it is. Just didn't know where it was. There we go. That worked.
Bucks for the paid for the.
Yeah, I wasn't necessarily planning on those being a moneymaker for us.
Say it's paid for the.
Actually, you know what I should do? I'll just load in the dirt bikes and the go-karts in, and then when Derek does play, I'll give him something more to do. He can screw around with them if he wants to. Cause I kind of like going what we've got going. We're just kind of creating things as we. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Kinda, right, creating things and making up our own deal. Which is what this map was intended for.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, let's road back. Yeah, maybe we have somewhere there or
Well, I was just thinking, okay, well, let's leave our field here, but I built this road parallel with the field, so we could always start on one of the ends or something, or like we could always take it out and put it closer to the trees here too. Mess around with it. I might do that actually. Might switch it so that it goes along the trees here.
Yeah. Well, and then thing you can eat.
Well, I was thinking about that. If you took maybe thin out a path in there. I don't know, it could be whatever we wanted to, so. I have jumped stuff off of these rocks before. It's been a
Yeah.
while, but
So when I was playing mine, because I have those other stuff, yeah. Of course, then stuck on. I had to.
oh, it's this one right here that's just about perfect for jumping. But you got to hit it just right.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the deal. It's like sometimes, and of course you can do that in GTA, but that's why you know if you ever do that, it's like that's kind of like the stuff I like doing, or probably some of the stuff I'd like.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what he wanted to do too.
It's like there's sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I wish you a little more realistic. I know people, and you can see the deal. Oh, could you tell that one?
No, they're just anti-violence. It's all
Just like they don't
anti-violence.
have
So
slaughter,
anything that's
because like
even
they don't have slaughterhouse.
yeah, because it's anti-violence and they don't want to do anything that's like could be considered anything like that. Now you could do it as a third-party mod. That would be all right, but
Like where you cut your hand or whatever.
are you gonna try it? Well, it's,
Wasn't going fast enough. Let's try again. Started screwing around. Motorcycles can get going.
well, it
I
wasn't
gotta.
built for that.
Yeah. The rocks over north or those. It's like, yeah, you can really off of.
Yeah.
Jumped over you.
Kinda. I really never really walked out, or I've never been out this way before or anything, so I don't know what's all.
Well, the edge of the map's close over.
Oh, I didn't know there was a forest over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never. There's only been like I've only out of this map I've only been in like 5 rectangles, and
Oh.
they're all along that road. I've never really
Well,
gone and.
Tucker can show you around because that's all he does is drive all over the map. But yeah, it's pretty dense. So like, oh, they could do some plugging back here a little bit, clear it all out. Like it would take a long time by.
Well, I think I guess the way I'm kind of leaning is we just keep doing what we're doing with the silage so that we can keep making money and ooh, here's a nice natural road in here. We'll just keep doing that, and trying to interchange some other things in there so that it's not always just cutting silage. And just kind of buy up the map and try and make some fun things out of this. I'll get us planters and then I'll look into the dirt bikes and the. I know there's a dirt bike and I know there's some go karts.
Well, like the
'Cause
dirt
there
bikes
was
I had are from King Mod, so if we have to, one link. You know, I mean, I know you can do it.
yeah.
Like if Derek, go to this link, download this.
Because there was gonna be some well, and there might still be. I'll probably at some point in time I still want to do them, but there's some maps that actually do have courses on it. I was gonna have you guys play.
I didn't know.
I just never. I haven't gotten out for yet. The way that I'm playing right now, that I haven't gotten for yet.
Well, yeah, that's a recreate. That's rec.
Well, no, I'm kind of like I'm very much into doing things in order, so it's like, well, those maps have came out later, and I'm kind of.
Oh, yeah. Well, and have to feel out, with the Missouri map. That's something.
Yeah, I haven't looked into it yet. I just noticed it came up.
Yeah, I haven't. I haven't gone. I suppose. I'm done messing. It
Yeah,
doesn't have
just
the
been
get up
walking
and go
around.
like some of the other.
Well, I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember when I had the Dukes of Hazzard car last year, and then I tried to see if it would ramp over a river, and it seemed like it had to get up and go, but it really didn't.
The motorcycles definitely do.
Well, someone didn't close the door to the shitter. Oh, you're stepping in it.
Flipping through the ceiling.
Complete with sounds of flies.
All right. Well, maybe. But we accomplished what we wanted to.
Yeah.
Get it out.
I need to remember to get that planner in here because that's really what's holding us up. So
I'm going to shut down.